Hello, word nerds! Happy Wednesday, and thank you for joining us for this impromptu write-in. This is the time of the week that the four of us, pretend Megan is here because she'll be here shortly, usually get together to do our weekly writing group, and we figured today we would throw all of you into the mix as well and do a write-in instead, which will probably be more productive than any actual writing group we've ever done. So,
excuse me. We set goals sometimes.
Today we're going to hit those goals, which is even better. I guess to kick things off, we'll do the usual, what's everybody working on? Erin, what do you get up to?
I am doing revisions on the witch story actually not as usual because I'm doing revisions on two different stories, but today I'm concentrating on Witches of Ash and Ruin.
And Kyra?
I am still working on drafting my murder mystery with magic. So that's what I'm working on. About halfway through, I think.
I just about said "Yay murder" really loud in a coffee shop, so let's not do that.
It could have been "Yay magic," but "Yay murder," you know.
Well, you know me.
We know what her priorities are, yep.
Yeah, I do. I love that about you.
I don't even know. I think I'll be drafting something. I don't know. I'm going to open up for the words because it's been a couple days. See what I was working on. Finish that. Go from there. I don't even know anymore.
Did you name the chat the chaos idea?
Yes, it's definitely called Life is Chaos. It's been a weird day.
Yeah, so we're on theme.
Yeah. I think the original plan was to do some For the Word stuff today. But Megan is usually there with like slides and plans and I don't know. We're winging it. I'm going to be writing on For the Words.
I actually am too. I'm getting close to finishing the quest with the little fireflies, so I think I can probably.
I think that's what I'm working on as well. Yeah, I've got like 8 already lined up.
Yeah, I might do that one, or I might work on the one with the scary plants. We'll see.
I'm sorry, scary plants?
They're very scary. They probably eat your face,
but
they're pretty too.
Okay.
Let me find a picture and a screen share.
All right, so why don't we jump into our first sprint on the 20? We will go for 20 minutes.
Did we have a question you said? I don't know what. I don't know if we have time for that right away, but
yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that in the next break.
Okay.
So, well, if you're new here, what we do is we sprint for a set amount of time where we're all just kind of work together here and then check back in after we're done, let everyone know how it did. I'm going to give you guys a prompt that you can use if you need the inspiration. I am taking these from the For the Words Instagram account, which has some writing prompts and that kind of stuff there. And then that way we'll somehow be on theme. So your first prompt for today is your character's most deeply held secret is about to be revealed. Use it if you think it's helpful. Don't if it doesn't make sense for your story. And then we'll just kind of see how it all goes. And we have about another 40 seconds to vamp before we go to the first sprint.
Is the sounds okay on your guys' end? The coffee shop's getting a bit busier, so.
Yeah, it's like white noise coffee shop.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get like coffeetivity, but like it's real.
Real.
Authentic.
There you go.
All right, so we're just about to start our first sprint. I will leave the prompt and details in the chat because that's what Megan does, so I think that's what we're supposed to do. And we will check back in on the 40 and see how it went. Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so there's no Yeah. How are you? So, yeah. Many cards for you. Yeah, that's right. Oh, and I did. Sorry. No, you did today, and I didn't hear it, and then. It's okay, everyone feel it. Yeah, oh, I know. I know. Yeah, oh, I mean, no, I did, there is some, but, yeah, I do. Yeah. They don't have the what, sorry? Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Like, for me, I gotta do it on my contract. You know, like the other people, the only caffeine they have is very so bad, and they don't sleep well, and they have that. Yeah, I know, and they help you sleep, and I'm like, huh? I know, it's a cool thing, you know, yeah, so. Oh, sure, yeah. Yeah. Body focusing on intensely talking about every. I mean, it's good if they're aware of what's what's happening in their body, but yeah. Siri uses photographs on their phone that they can't share you in the like things like that. That's why it's going to which is, yeah, it's one of the go healthy reasons, what they're putting in their body, fantastic. A balance of both. Yeah. Yeah. Get that coffee going. Yeah. No. Well, I guess. off those guys. I just lost it and I couldn't recover. And I knew I wasn't recovering. Just keep going.
I was hoping you had some blueberry muffins, but you see they're all gone. Have a good day.
Here's the medium latte to take away.
Is this time?
Yes, it is. This is why we need you. One of many, many reasons. I got distracted reading Reddit posts because I was not ready. No, I managed to answer like a work email that came in right when we started, and then there was like 3 minutes left and I was finished. So I'm a bad person. How'd everybody do?
I got 535. Kind of wish I'd been there for the whole sprint.
Yeah.
That's really good for not having been there for the whole sprint. I deleted some words, so yay.
Got 854.
Very nice.
Nice.
You got 108. Mason got 355. Lizzie got 350. So everyone is being more productive than me.
Yeah.
All right, so we actually had a question over on Twitter that I thought was perfect for this chat. Now I just have to find it again. Notifications. Okay, so this comes from Jeremy Denton. Hi guys, got a writerly question. Was just curious. Do you guys feel as if you are more productive and get more words written when you're doing a write-in or when you're writing by yourself?
Probably write-ins for me.
Yeah, unless it's one of the like fancy for the words ones in which I usually write 0 words. Having all of that time just dedicated to writing really forces me to get a lot of words down.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that because I think like a lot of the time when we do these write-ins, I don't necessarily like I'm mucking about with, a billion things, but I also wouldn't be writing necessarily during these times. So it's like an extra little boost.
Yeah. And one of the things I was realizing too is so I go once a week to coffee shop, and that's when I get most of my writing done each week. For the sake of my For the Words streak, I've been doing a little bit of daily writing every day, but that's when I do the bulk of my writing. And when I'm not caring about writing every day, that's when I do all of my writing for the week. And there I'll probably spend about 4 hours and I'll come out with about 3,000 words. But in a write-in, we'll do like 3 20-minute sprints and I come out with 2,000 words. So I actually have math to back up that I'm doing better in these.
Math.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I definitely feel like the write-ins are more productive for me, except for when I'm hosting. I have weird write-in hosting anxiety, and I feel like I should be paying attention so I don't miss ends of sprints and stuff, and then I do it anyway. So.
I mean, missing the end of a sprint's pretty bad. Everyone just keeps writing. Who wants that?
Yeah. Not me.
That would be terrible.
Yeah. But like, I still wish we'd do this, like, not wish we do it more often, but every time we do it, it's helpful. So like, it's always a nice bonus.
Yeah, I need everyone to just have open schedules, like me and Kelly, and then we'll just write all the time.
What is with you guys and real jobs? Jeez. Yeah, no, I definitely like our write-ins. Even just like, because writing is usually a solitary thing. So having people to chat with about it is like kind of a little bit sanity saving.
Yeah. And when Kyra is here, I always feel like I'm chasing Kyra in the word count.
That's very true.
I've made a reputation, so that actually helps me, because if I don't like get a huge word count, I'm like, oh man, people are gonna dishonor.
Dishonor on you, dishonor on your cow.
Well, we're already at the 45, so we'll start again on the 50, which means 5 more minutes of fun things to talk about.
Excellent. Did we already shout out Emma in the comments? Emma's here. She's sick and for some reason didn't want to appear sick face on air where the internet will save it. Let's see. Feel free to let us know if you have any questions about reading or writing or bookish related things in the discussion section. We will be happy to answer them live. What's everyone reading right now?
I am working on King of Scars.
Nice.
I am reading Witches of Ash and Ruin, actually.
I forgot you had that, so now I'm freaked out.
Wait, why does Kelly have it and I don't?
Because Kelly's reading for Ireland authenticity.
Reading for Ireland.
Fine.
That sounds so cool.
Fine.
I was working on The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, and then I left it at Emma's parents' house 2 hours away from me.
No!
But my mom is coming to my place tomorrow, and so she's going to stop there on her way and bring it with her. So I'll finish it in time for book club. But
thank God for moms.
Pretty upset when I realized it. I also left a laptop and my planner and my writing notebook.
No!
Chaos.
Oh my gosh.
Life is chaos.
That's stressful.
I know I'm supposed to be finishing King of Scars because my parents are coming to Arizona this weekend, and I'm supposed to let my mom borrow it. But if I don't finish it, she'll just have to wait a few weeks.
I was supposed to be reading Evelyn and Hugo, but like I said, 2 of my bookstores don't have it, and the 3rd one does, but it's the one I don't go to unless I'm going to a movie. So clearly, I'm
So
going to have
you
to
need to go to
go
a
to a movie.
So you have to go to a
Clearly.
movie and get the book club book.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about in the chat with the sand people noises. This pterodactyl screaming. I don't know if you guys could hear somebody asking very loudly for a blueberry muffin.
Yes.
You did. That's amazing. I was like, oh, I wonder how much they can hear. There were none. It was the epic conclusion to the blueberry
How did
muffin story. There was none
No.
left. I know. It's tragic.
Now I want a muffin.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, there
I
isn't
don't
any
have
here. I don't either,
Oh.
apparently.
My husband
So-
brought me tea though, so that's a thing.
Nice.
It's better than no tea and no muffin. Not
That's
as
true.
good as tea and muffin. So we've got our next sprint is coming up in 1 minute. And since we are at the halfway point of NaNoWriMo, if that's what you are doing, I figure this might be a good time for the prompt to be kill off a character. Just, you know.
As you do.
Just try killing off one of them, see how it feels. And you don't have to use these prompts. They're just there for if you would like something to jumpstart your writing. We've got a couple of good questions in the discussion section, but I'm going to wait until after this sprint to address them because I wanted to make sure we have plenty of time to talk about them. And yeah, so this will go for another 20 minutes. So we will check in at 10 after the hour. And we've got like, I don't know, 30 seconds. Oh, no. Just kidding. It's time.
It's time. It's time.
I'll put all that information in the discussion section as well if you missed any of it. And good luck.
Hey, Kevin. I'm fantastic. Yourself? Pretty much fine Wednesday afternoon. Mm-hmm. Those are the ones on the little side here. They normally have little black caps that go in, right? Brutal. Okay. Okay. Brutal. I will try now to get you covers, or I'll send you another deck and then just take what you need, and I'll get the deck back. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yep. Just to say both. That's the. Yeah. Got the Petercraft shower faucet thing in there too that I just used.
It just arrived. Oh. Evidently Pat's mother brought it from the trip to Arizona. So, yes, so there it is. This giant box. Heard about it before? I have heard about it.
Yes, James, please.
Kathy was telling us about it. When was that? The last time I was here, whenever that was. Maybe Monday or Tuesday? What's today? Next Friday.
Hi, you're here.
Yeah.
How you doing? You better? Good. Question and hopefully it could help. Don't you mind installing follow
Time.
That went by fast.
Yeah. Oh, how did everyone do?
Life is chaos.
Yes. Accurate chat name is accurate.
I suddenly had to know where it's coming, so I started working on revisions instead.
Are you doing 2 different projects?
Yeah, revisions on the one Kyra and I are working on, and then drafting the other one.
Nice.
And then I have to do more revisions after that on a different project, because it's never ending.
Yeah, I hear you. I am currently also in revisions hell times 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying not even to think about the next thing I have to revise.
Yep.
They're standing out there like they want to come in the room, so I'm just gonna slowly disappear again.
Kelly
That
has
wasn't slow, that was actually very quickly.
Yeah.
It's like a magic trick.
And now she's gone.
This is definitely the perfect name because, like, Kelly has barking dogs and I have yelling blueberry muffin people in the background.
And Kevin.
And Kevin.
And oh, you heard that one too, eh?
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
It's like, interesting. Who's Kevin?
I don't know.
But if any of you like needed a name for a side character, there you go, Kevin.
Prompts from the coffee shop.
Yeah.
Real time.
So we got people sharing their word counts in the discussion section. Emma got about 300. Anya got 139. Grape Fry got 163. Then tried to learn how to knit in 7 minutes. Lizzie got 300 and Mason got 334.
Nice. I like the multitasking of knitting and writing.
Right?
Divide your time. It's good.
It's also very on brand with our life as chaos theme for
That is true.
We had a question from Anya. Does anyone listen to fictional podcasts?
I was listening to that what's it called? The really weird one.
Welcome to Night Vale. I listened
Yeah.
for a while.
Thank
as
you.
well.
Welcome to Nightville.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got behind on that.
Yeah, same. I do really like it though. It's so weird.
Yeah.
I listened to like one episode of it.
It definitely is like a certain sense of humor. You're not going to
Yeah.
enjoy it if you don't have a very certain sense of humor. Yeah.
I liked it. I'm just not really a podcast person. Like I do lots
That's
of
fair.
audiobooks, but not podcasts. Podcasts just feel like too much commitment.
Yeah. I made my husband listen to one episode once, and I was like, "Did you like it?" And he's like, "I get why you think it's funny."
That's funny. I'm going to mute myself for a minute.
Yeah, if you've got any good fictional podcast recommendations, definitely leave them in the discussion section. We had another really good question. And let's say we'll do our next sprint at the 20, and that'll be our last sprint of the day. So then we'll have to all call it and eat dinner and such. But Great Fry asked, how do you find a writing community for yourself, like people you mesh well with?
Harass them into starting a YouTube channel with you.
It worked for Kelly.
That was like a joint harassment effort between Kelly and I. Yeah. Yeah. You should try out for other things and then fail at them and then find the other people that also failed at them and then make a group in
And they're
revenge.
friends.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's very
legit,
specific.
like 5 years after we started the WordNerds, and so when it all got started, Kelly was the person who reached out to me because we had all auditioned for a different vlogging group and none of us got in. And Kelly had like Facebook messaged me and emailed me, and she was inviting me to do this group, and I was like, oh, I don't know, but because I was like embarrassed that I failed at something. But then we all ended up doing it, and it's been great. And then like 5 years later, I opened up Google Plus and found that Kelly had also messaged me on Google Plus.
You're hard to get a hold of.
I wasn't part of that. I just kind of like wormed my way in slowly, starting with Megan.
Yeah, I do think there's definitely a component of putting yourself out there. In the case of Kyra and I meeting, we were in the same, it was like a kid-lit
University
class.
publishing class.
Yeah, a publishing class, and someone wrote on the board that they were starting a writing group. And so Kyra and I were both at that, and that's how we met. And it does take a little bit of time, you know. Kyra and I are the only two from that original writing group who still talk and exchange our words on the reg. And so it's like totally okay to be like, you know what, this doesn't fit for us. This doesn't jive, but let's, you know, still be friends who don't exchange work together. And like it does take time, but putting yourself out there and not being shy about the fact that you like someone's work, I think, are all keys to making it work.
It's also like a good way to get to know who kind of you jive with is to talk about like other books, like not books you're writing, but just like if you like the same books, people tend to write books like the books they like. So, you know,
It's true. I also found a really great community through NaNoWriMo, like when I was in Vancouver, like looking up the local groups and just going to meet them for coffee. Really great people.
For sure. Did you have something you were going to add to that, Kelly?
I think just something about it can be tough figuring out how to, like, if it's not working. It's like I do try to put myself out there and meet the writing people all the time, and sometimes it just doesn't work, and a lot of, like, it will just kind of naturally fade off. So it's kind of a balancing act of like not feeling obligated to stay in touch with people who aren't really your tribe versus like finding the people who you'll know forever.
Very true.
Yeah. And sometimes it feels like it's just never going to happen. I remember like looking at back when YA Highway was getting started, I was like, oh my God, all these girls are so close and I'm never gonna have any writing friends. And it just felt like everyone else had their writing cliques or whatever, and I was never going to make that. And then just like a couple years later, I was looking back and I was like, oh, like, I don't know how it happened, but it did. And so like, it's normal to feel like, oh, this is never going to happen for me, but it is going to happen. Like, you're going to find those people, and you guys are adore each other.
And groups are like, they're so visible, so it's easy to feel like everyone's already in something. So starting something new can be an easier way to find the people who aren't already doing podcasts or whatnot. But like, it can feel like everyone is already in a group, but there's so many more who are looking at the same things you are, being like, I want that.
Yeah, and you might have to like start a couple of groups that fail. Like I definitely did that. Like I tried to start local writers groups a couple times and had them sort of fall apart. So, you know, you have your triumphs and failures, obviously, but great things come out of the failures too. Like I met one of my best friends that also lives here in Victoria through a writers group that totally failed. She was like one of the only people that showed up, but she's now also like my best friend. So like, try it, you know.
Yeah. And with that, it is time for our last sprint of the day. The prompt, should you desire it, is the fallout. So write the fallout of the fact that you just killed a character if you did the last prompt. And if you didn't kill a character, you can still do fallout of whatever thing just got revealed to them. Basically, give your characters a minute to just process everything that's happening. And we will check back in at the 40. Be sure to get in any last minute writing bookish questions, and I'll answer them after that. Good luck.
That makes sense.
That seems to be.
One has a 303. All right, much appreciated, sir.
I think he's full of shit. I know. Still. First of all, I didn't say shit. If you really watch those tapes, you know that's not your side. She said that. What tapes? You guys have tapes of me? Recording devices, that's why we're not supposed to talk. Well. Thank you for saying that to him, but you're not supposed to say that. Exactly what he said. You're great, but you shouldn't. You're not supposed to say it. Yeah. But problem solved. Well, you were very nice to me. Oh. What did he do yesterday? Oh, when we saw the picture. Yeah, the day before, when we saw your picture. And then when you met me. Something. It's on the treasure. Yeah, what the hell is it? We said later, you know, if anybody was around us.
They did a fantastic.
Oh, they really did. It was. Yeah.
Gold photo of the bag.
Oh, yeah. It was. I got the same for you, small. my great grandfather, in his world, so it is the same. Yeah. 1970. It's beautiful. Didn't notice that. Yeah, put it on the back.
Bronze.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I guess, you know, it's gonna be yellow and stuff and they took all that out. Oh, it sure was. On the back of the yeah. Wow. Wow. Yes. Yes. No. Oh. Oh, okay, good. I'll keep it that way. Oh.
We used to have nonsense. I'm ready to get food. I used to, start sometime if you
Oh.
Little wire order today with no problem. Brilliant, eh?
But you only do it take 2 hours. One class, what that is.
Oh, jeez.
Everyone. For a Muslim, I don't know. He was.
Oh, the number 8. Okay, what's going on?
Oh, okay.
It's
It's a wonder
No way. You know why? Because I think you can get it, but they're not certified to a certain point when they do a certain right, but I bet you it's probably available.
I know. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. We can make that one. Yeah, let me just see if I can have that. Otherwise. Well, I know we wouldn't advertise it again because I think it's not a, even though it's.
And then
I don't know, maybe they don't make it, maybe they don't make it. Yeah, number 8 code.
But my password is Shaw question. I had to do that. Since the last time. So you have to fix whatever.
75. That's hard. That's more than that. You know, I mean, they could buy. They could buy
You'll get a particular impression of me.
on that website. That's not gonna be something. Does Rico make a report? They might not. Yeah, that's what it's gonna be on.
Well, fix it because. Yeah, like, how would you know that it is? No.
Yeah, sure. It might make us one.
So not listening.
They actually make us. They might actually. They might.
Yes.
That's what I always say.
That's what you say.
Why?
I do those I don't believe are they actually work. Which one it is? Do you still enjoy? Yes. No, her husband works the drive desk. I should never do. It is. And people have to go, I mean, notice that. That's when you function again, or they get, that's one of those. But I just got this phone call. Yes. If I had anybody and talk to them, then talk. In 1 month? Yeah, wow, that's good. Well, there were lots of comments. Well, the 50 bucks, the 50 bucks. All right. Okay, thanks. Yes, I'm just gonna say that on the box. Oh, no, there is a box. Yeah.
Vanilla Fever, medium size, takeaway.
The only thing I can think of is
Yeah, it might be suspicious. Water. No, but it's wrong. Oh, no. And you know what? And I was pleased. Your second, and then the next day, didn't happen at all. They didn't say that at all. It's not, no, that's what was said. So you can said what they want you to something, you know, and you actually believe it. Because every day there's stuff, and it's awkward. And then when you're in there, day after day after day, make a decision, and it goes against everything that has been. So I don't know about this story. It was what that they actually repeat your
I'm very well, thank you.
Yeah, right. And where was No, I got it.
They gotta make up a story.
They gotta make up a geek. Are you going to listen to, you know, no. Sensational. And you know, it's really bizarre because exactly. And then she's like, she didn't trust me about it. They wouldn't just tell her with statistics. They would just put words in her mouth that didn't come out of her mouth. Yeah, and it's like, but I wasn't talking about something. I was talking about something. Yeah. Like, what? Like, the interview just happened yesterday. How could this? And they ignored it, yes.
This was back in the 90s.
English muffin Edwidge from here.
So that's actually true. A lot of people say that.
Right, it's like, and there was like, it's really hard to say. And, it was, you know, it's climbing. And everything was on off the shoe. And it was off, off. So of course, everybody who reads that the church is quit, is going, oh my God. How could it? How could it?
I know better than that. I know.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway, we'll see you later.
So, yeah, yeah.
No,
Yeah, he wants to make coffee. And I want this coffee, dark roasted. I need
calluses and everything takes off. Very, very thorough. But those are just beans. Oh, just the. No. I think that actually has. Oh. Yeah. Oh my God, I've got before. It's still got to run all this. I've got.
Is that time?
That is. Whew. I was having too much fun with that scene. I was like, can I drag this out at all?
I like checked back and Megan's just like sitting there grinning.
There's also someone like laughing a lot, I think, at Erin's coffee shop. So
I
Yes.
know. I paused myself or muted myself.
Oh no, it was a lot of fun. I did feel like it was in a really upbeat environment.
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah, we're like changing this character's personality a lot, and so I had this idea for a scene.
Oh, I forgot you were working on our thing.
Yeah, so there's this scene where this guy is like, I can help you treat a wound, and she's like, no, you can't. And he's like, you're right, I can't. And she just does it herself. But now with the personality change, I think I'm gonna make him like try to treat the wound. Like she's gonna be like, no, you can't. He'll be like, yes, I can. And it's just gonna go horribly, and I'm so excited.
Nice.
I love
Yay, medical malpractice.
Yes. Always a good time.
I'm at home, I can yell things like that.
Yeah.
My roommates already know I'm weird.
Like,
You get a pass.
That's just
Yeah.
Kyra.
It's just like, oh, Kyra's yelling weird stuff in her room again.
Classic Kyra. Oh, let us know how you did in the discussion section. I revised it somewhere.
I'm just desperately trying to cut down this conversation between two characters, but of course my writer brain is like, all of this is completely vital. No,
Yes.
it can't go.
I bet it is.
It's totally not.
Yeah.
I try to cut down dialogue. My brain's like, only 30% of this is viable, but the other part is really funny dialogue.
Exactly.
So as I was working on this thing that Megan and I are doing, I was working on it last night and had this like image in my head of like this graph that's just like the number of drafts we do and the number of quips this particular character have. And every draft he just gets more quippy.
It's a problem. But also
Here.
is it?
Your word count is just like entirely characters cracking wisecracks.
Pretty much. Or just like angsty internal monologue. There's no in between.
Nothing else.
It's great. It's
We don't need plot. We don't need world building. We've got angst and quips.
Yeah. Let's see. We've got Lizzie got 700 that sprint. Grapefruit said dialogue's the only part of writing I'm good at. Laugh, cry, emoji. Laugh, cry, emoji. I got 104. Dialogue for me is always the part that like I get to revisions and it's like, oh look, I wrote put important dialogue here 750 times. Guess I better do that now.
I'm like the opposite, where I have to end up like going through and deleting a bunch of it because I'm like, oh, I just filled up all of this extra word count that I needed with dialogue. Perfect.
I'm always like, well, do
Nano.
they have to talk or can they just have meaningful looks and then do stuff?
Body language, right?
Yeah. I don't think I missed any questions. If I did, please ask them in the next 35 seconds because we are going to be jumping off here soon. Did you guys talk about how Camp Nano is going for everyone at the beginning?
Not really.
No.
No, not at all.
How's it going for you?
We talked about what we were working on.
Nice. Are you guys doing Camp Nano? How's it going if you are?
I am, and it's going well. I have a smaller goal than I normally did, but like it's been really good because it's been like very manageable, but also I feel productive because I'm meeting my goals.
Yeah.
But also you have like crazy word counts, so yeah. I keep forgetting that it is even Camp Nano right now, so I had all these intentions of going in and like doing all the words, but no.
That's a classic Camp Nano problem.
I guess to kind of end things off, since this is our usual writing group thing, do we want to do a quick round of goals?
Yeah,
let's do it. So if you haven't heard us talk about writing group before, one of the things that we do every week, because right now is not really a great time for any of us to be like sharing work, what we'll do is we will set goals together. So we each set a goal for the new upcoming week, and then we talk about how we did on the goals for the week before. So that's what we're gonna do.
Trying to find the spreadsheet. It always gets swallowed by my Google Docs.
It's called Goals, Goals, Goals.
Guess who named that? It was Megan.
What? No.
Megan and I have like at least 10 different documents in our like co-author folder that are like just the same word 3 times. So like ideas, ideas, ideas. World building, world building, world building. Plot, plot, plot.
Sometimes I like to throw in a wow at the end.
Yeah.
This is your expert title creating skills at work.
Yeah.
Yep. It's really fun until it's like, well, we need to find this piece of information. Is it in ideas, 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 or world building? Wow. Or is it in plot, plot, plot? Ideas? Question mark.
Who knows? Could be any of them.
That's amazing.
All right. So, Kyra, your goal last week was 5K plus Mega Writer. How'd you do?
I did it, I think. I wrote a lot last week, so I think I hit 5K. I just wasn't really super keeping track. But
Megan, you wanted to hit your Camp Nano goal?
I did. 25,000 in the month of April.
My goal got set because Kyra couldn't hear me properly. So my goal was dream big for the week, which I like to think I did.
Yes. You dreamed so big.
All the dreams. And Aaron wasn't there last week, so no goal for you.
And I have accomplished all of the 0 goals.
We're so proud of you.
Yeah, me.
All right. So next week, what are we doing?
I want to be at least halfway through my my pages of my editing notes. So, oh, I almost about dropped my headphone in my coffee cup. Let's not do that. To not ruin my technology. That's what I want to do next week. Yeah, so halfway through edits for War.
Okay.
If someone can write that in, because I won't be able to.
I did.
Thank
I
you.
think, because I'm leaving next Tuesday, which is kind of a whole week. I should have a real goal. But I think I'm just going to make my goal finishing reading more. Because who wants a writing goal when you can have a reading goal?
Of course.
5K's been going pretty well for me, so I'm gonna say 5K again, which also, incidentally, is the exact amount I need now to finish my Camp Nano goal of 20K for April.
Nice.
So
Nice.
finish that up a bit early.
I'm also going to set a goal of 5K this week. I had a couple weeks of like much higher word counts, but life is chaos now. So. Oh, let us know in the discussion section what your goals are for the upcoming week, and I'll ask about them again in our next weekday write-in, which is not this Monday, but next Monday. Time TBD. Also, we are coming up on book club. Like I mentioned, this Sunday we are talking about the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo.
It's great. You should read it. All right. I guess I'll end it up here. Anything else? We're good? Megan always knows what we're supposed to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yes,
think
to your question.
I think we're good then.
All right. Thank you all so much for joining us on yet another impromptu weekday write-in. These have been a lot of fun and are always a fun bonus of any NaNoWriMo shenanigans going on. So we will be back on that Monday. And in the meantime, happy reading, and we'll see you. Happy reading, happy writing, and we'll see you all next time. Bye.
Bye.